What's up, people? Brian Paloma here. Real quick, this story right here, part of the Bible story. They ordered a census way back when, before Jesus' crucifixion, year 1 AD, but I mean not AD yet. I guess the last days of BC. They ordered a census, but on this census, after they did this census, they ordered everybody to go back to where they came from. So I'm just trying to kind of help you guys out here that there's a lot more shit going on than what you think. They're pushing right now for everybody to go do a census for one, and two, they're I mean everything, the virus thing. I've never seen anybody that's dying from it or gotten sick from it. Even I don't know anybody personally. I don't know if you do, but that's my point. People, you gotta ask these questions. You know, they're fucking the shit out of you, and you're just gonna back on up and pull your pants down and let them. You know, well, fuck, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. Think about it physically. Would you do it? That's what's happening, regardless of whether they go over there and stick it up your poop chute or not. Pretty much getting fucked in the ass, you know. And this is Easter Sunday 2020, and this is how people. I'm already getting comments on my post about how everybody's a slut, just loves it up the ass, loves getting fucked by everybody, just straight getting fucked to their assholes, and every hole they got is just ring the fuck out. They've been fucked so much. People are like, well, that's just a good way to think on Easter Sunday. Well, you know what? You're disrespectful as hell to our higher power, and Jesus returned for nothing, basically, because y'all didn't change. Y'all didn't think about shit. Y'all ain't kept shit in mind. You ain't even got enough respect to go and read the basic instructions before leaving Earth, which is called a Bible. Regardless of whether it happened or not, right off the bat, before you even go and look into it, you won't trust it because it was man-made. Well, how else is something going to get rid? And if our God is a spiritual being, you stupid fucker. Okay, you know, think of the bigger picture here. You want to look at bigger pictures and little pictures and be fucking, you know, on one hand you want to be shallow, and on the next hand you try to want to think you can live up here with all the people that know what's really going on, which is the fucking people awake or the people that ain't fucking in a trance or whatever, chemically induced coma, basically, just walking around without reacting to anything or having any reaction to anything because it doesn't bother you anymore, because you guys are just like cattle being led to the fucking slaughter. You're just gonna keep walking in the line without, and go to your death, walk off to your death, your own mortality, your own demise, because you're just gonna put one foot in front of the other instead of everybody coming together. They keep you separated by giving you false promises. One person's got something to testify about how he's seen Trump do physically something shitty, or another congressman, or anybody else. The proof is in the years there, people, the facts. Pelosi's been there for 30 plus years. How could she possibly be doing anything good for us? She ain't been president. They ain't talking about making her president, nothing. But she's got, so that tells me she's got some kind of dirt on somebody, because she can't leave office, but they got something on her too, because she's still in office. Turning her head every time we do anything, like go to war or anything at all overseas. She ain't had nothing to say about it, but all of a sudden Trump wants to stop loaning Ukraine some billions of dollars, and at the same time, whatever the hell they got going on there, the swinging dick contest, neither one of them is blaming the other side really for anything serious or anything that they're doing. So it kind of looks like both of them are saints, because it looks like they just went and tried to look as deep as they could on Trump and couldn't find a damn thing. They interviewed and couldn't find nothing to impeach him for. So they're making it look like he's like the return of Jesus Christ, like he's something perfect, and that's in Revelations, people. It's part of Revelations, regardless of whether or not you read it. They did, obviously, because they're putting it right to fucking use, right? Specifically in ironic times, like they're provoking the Lord himself, period. I mean, totally. Dude, they're mocking him so fucking bad, you don't even know. You fucking idiots. You know, and you want to sit here and say that I got a bad attitude on Easter Sunday, motherfucker. You are a fucking piece of shit to fucking sit here and fucking act like you believe in the Bible, and at the same time you ain't ever read the motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I think you motherfuckers need to shut up and judge yourself first, and come to reality, because you live in some kind of fantasy land. I don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck y'all. I'm an addict, okay? I self-medicate. Smoke marijuana sometimes, you know, usually every day I gotta smoke some for some reason, for whatever I got going on here in this world, and whatever everybody else is fucking not reacting to, getting fucked over the way they are, people get murdered and everything for greed. You know, all the innocent are dying. Everybody innocent is turning the other cheek, or didn't ever plan to have to turn the other cheek, is straight getting screwed the fuck over in the end times, or it's end times for them. Hell, any day is end times. It's always end times in my book, because you never know, for one, when your ticker's gonna stop. Two, you don't know which hospital you're going to, so therefore you don't know who's all involved, but it's pretty much all involved in making sure that you don't live as long as you're supposed to or could. You know, they got insurance policy bills and stuff taken out where they let the companies that you work for get life insurance policies on you because it closes out that social security number, and they let your business take that, you know, and they put that all in their hands like they didn't know what was going on in the background. Bless you, boo-boo. Bless you again. Let's go to that one. Anybody know why you say bless you? They used to literally think that when you sneeze, you're releasing demons. So that's what they try to, you know, it might have been a different phrase, a little give or take. We've narrowed it down to where it's most convenient to us to look like we care, acting like we care, kind of. But at the same time, you know, what does it even mean? It's just to say that statement. To me, it's just a statement, you know. Just the same thing with be careful. If you don't really mean or care if somebody comes home or not from wherever they went or whatever, or if you don't care about their well-being, then why the fuck should we care about you? Or how the fuck am I supposed to believe that you don't care about me, period, or love me, or any of that shit? You don't care about me or with how I react to anything, how I feel about anything, what I've been through in my life. Everybody's got PTSD, and when you dig into it and reason and figure out that you got it, or how, you know, whether you feel any kind of demise towards yourself or not, if you're worried about what you should do to get into heaven because you feel like you're in the end times, you should. I know I'm not the only one that has any kind of feelings inside. I know that everybody's feeling what I'm feeling. I don't know what the fuck you're doing though. I don't know how you're in denial, but I feel this. I feel it. That's one of their tools to make me need to self-motivate, medicate. Probably make you self-medicate too, whether you're drinking, straight up popping the top before you even get clocked out damn near. 5 beer 35, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, songs like that, shit's what you guys love and believe and enjoy. You know, they did, Sodom and Gomorrah got treated pretty bad and they sinned pretty bad. But y'all top the cake with what you let people do. And with what you believe in and not, I mean, it's a pretty fine line where you're supposed to walk in life. It is, but it ain't. It's confusing also, but it ain't. You know, it does say in some part of the Bible, I don't know if it's old or new, it does mention something about leaving parents and going and taking up a husband as a woman and a man taking up a wife. You know, it says go forth and do that, or it just mentions it, you know, that's what they would do. I don't even think that that's totally anything that the Lord was really wanting to go on. And you know, there's incest and things, I think, where even like the Old Testament is it's like a history book of what people were supposed to. It's the terms and conditions of your life, your physical life form here, and what you're supposed to do if you would like to live that life after the physical life. It's like the terms and conditions that you got to be like this down here in order for you to go up there and live forever up there. You got to earn it down here, and the short little life you got here, he believes that whether that's 100 years or 12 years or 5 years or 15 years or whatever, you blame him, the Lord, and justify blaming him because a child got taken before its time, or anybody period got taken before their time, and you're gonna miss them. Well, you know what? We're no longer suffering from nothing, regardless of what you think or what you know they were suffering from, physically or fucking mentally. 2, they're in a better place totally. I don't care what you think that, but if there is a heaven, and in heaven, nobody suffers. I don't have anxiety or nothing. I don't give a damn what an apple tastes like whenever they're poisoning everything, even in apple orchards, glyphosate or whatever, killing bugs, Roundup, you know, GMOs with the fucking seed coating of chemicals that grows through the plant its whole lifespan. Therefore, you can't get a bee in there to pollinate it without the bees getting killed off, because whenever they used to crop fly crop dust in planes, man. When they used to fly that shit, they had a certain time they did that, and then they let it sit for a certain amount of time so the bees could come in and pollinate, or vice versa. They pollinated, let the bees pollinate before they spread it for bugs. You know, so that it didn't harm the bees. And now the bees are just disappearing. We don't even know where they're at or nothing. They're not dead inside their hives or nothing. You know, these farmer hives, 60,000 beehives gone overnight. You know, just like disappeared. And they're not anywhere on Earth. There's nothing left. You know, and so that this is a total assault on us from all sides of evil. You know, so knowing that, you know, there's another way that they're attacking you. We got commercials on there, like on the TV, about animals going extinct. Global warming is real, whatever you want to call it. It's climate change. Climate change puts more of a fucking flag off or alert off in people's head to listen, urgent. Talking about my planet. Global warming does. But whenever, I believe it was Dick Cheney, who's a vice president with George Bush Jr. in his terms as president. He put together a group of American citizens, just an average American citizen, their beliefs, the way they are, and everything, going to work and all that, the whole profile. And he asked them questions like, how do you feel when I say global warming? What type of feeling you get? You know, like fear, anxiety, sense of knowledge of why, or cause and effect, shit like that. So then he brought in another panel and asked them when they hear the phrase climate change, how they feel about that, and they didn't react as bad. So the powers that be have pushed the phrase climate change. That's why. But watch that advice. Dick Cheney's a piece of shit. In my opinion, everybody since Roosevelt and his cabinet should all have been charged with treason, and it should have started right off the bat with murking them motherfuckers because they didn't stick to Roosevelt's plan. I think that was all a test. Regardless or not, we fell like a motherfucker to ourselves. Passed the test for them. We ain't doing shit. We didn't react to shit. We ain't shit. Few people did so they could keep it hush-hush without any real protest. Gave them a little bit of money, pacified them, or made them some promises they never kept anyway. And before it was too late, they fucking were all in prison, or we started another war. So their situation wasn't going to be fucking all over the news like it would have been before they went and started some shit to put all over the news. So you didn't find out some fucked up shit, you know. And yes, it's kind of complicated, and I might talk too fast, but maybe it's not. I'm talking too fast. Maybe you need to fucking speed the fuck up, because we keep it moving around here, man. And you've been letting them do the same shit, hoping, like, well, I don't know what you're thinking, that they're going to do something righteous for you, but they haven't, they won't, they shan't. They're just telling you what you want to hear vaguely on the fucking TV, you know? But $6 trillion was just stolen from us, and they promised you, some of you, $1,200, and I ain't seen it yet. I won't be surprised if I don't see it, let alone at least half of you out there in America that don't have nothing and fired right now, you know? You're about to be booted out of the streets, foreclosed on your home, delinquent on your student loans, you're behind on every fucking thing, and you're about to start off as like a person out here flipping burgers, or somebody that just went into the job industry, or went into working right out of high school or whatever. That's going to be you and me and everybody else, except for the, like, maybe 0.5% by now, maybe. I don't know who else got a job, but fuck, are you happy with the job I had? I was trimming trees under electric line, $15 an hour, and I still was underworked and over fucking paid. When I see my check, I get $427, and they take out, regardless of what their justifications were, they take out $687. So that's over $1,000 check. I got $400 to feed my child, pay all my bills, and they still want me to pay for tags to reinsure, insurance, license. Now they want you to get a new license, you know, so you gotta go out of the DMV and get taxed again. That's what it is. It's a fucking tax. And we don't need the combustible engine any damn way. Should have been moved on to clean energy with all these fucking oil-filled rich billionaire motherfuckers. They should have already. That's how evil they are. Is they got the money to research the best clean energy for the environment and the humans, all of us as a whole. We could have it We don't need fossil fuel at all. And they're so stupid. They won't even take their money, reinvest, do the technology, and get the technology and shit done. Patent it, make their own shit, and still be trillionaires. Because the rest, that'd be the rest of the life, rest of humanity. Those things will be renewable energy, and why switch to anything else if it ain't harming the planet and they're already up there? But they want to justify, oh, too much maintenance, blah 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 blah. All these electric companies are using the same fucking fuck is it? Alternators or with turbine and turns, to make electricity and stuff. That they're using probably the same one since day one, because everything used to be built tougher and better quality steel and all that in America. Even the people were happier back then because they weren't broke all the time, or it was just the introduction of brokenness to the world. We did have a Great Depression in the 20s, and you'd think that we'd learn by that, or we wouldn't be at least we'd be elected officials that know something about the past 100 years. At least the past 100 years. That's probably far enough to go back. If not, you might as well go to 1776 when they started the Constitution. But do the total fucking look of it. You need to go, and you need to get the side notes even, where they were having debates on whether or not they should even allow us little people to even have a say-so. But whatever your company, the company you're about to go back to work for, or a company that you're going to start a brand new fucking career with, I don't know how you have a career working 20 hours a week, part-time basically, because we're just trying to be great company and give everybody a chance to have a job. No, you're not. You just got bailed out by the government. Now your lead ass is going to go fucking put an insurance policy on your employee for $1 million something or more, and not help their family, them get stuck with all the fucking bills, and you might have bribed the doctor to kill him. Your corporation ass might be paying off the doctors to fucking act like they did everything they could for your mom or your dad. Go look it up. There's people with testimonies where somebody went into the hospital with a fucking cough, and their mom never came back out, never saw her again. And the nurses and doctors, they let you go back and see her when she was dying, while she was dying, justified that you can't go back there. Fuck, all I know is if my daughter or somebody back there dying, I want to see what you're doing for them, because you ain't fucking smarter than me. So there ain't nothing you can't do that I can't do. Let's see, if somebody's bleeding, you stop the bleeding no matter fucking what. It's rather fucking be hurting than fucking be dead. So I'm trying to save their life and stop the bleeding. No matter what, stop the bleeding. 2, if I see where the bleeding's coming from, that's mainly the serious thing. Stop that motherfucker, whether it takes super glue, duct tape, whatever. Tie it off, whatever the fuck it takes. Burn that shit shut. Whatever it takes, you can fucking live if you stop the bleeding. That's the first thing you're trying to do if you're bleeding is stop the bleeding. Always look for internal wounds. Always make sure if it's not you hurt or that fell or whatever it is, that you make sure that person keeps an eye on their physical body, what's going on. Feel anything weird at all, you start seeing any bruising on them or anything, you hurry to get to the doctor because they're bleeding internally. I'm drinking this water. All water's water, whether you want to call it tap water or what, it's natural spring water or what. It's all coming from up north, coming all the way down south. It's all the same. And what's fucked up is they're polluting us from all the way up at the top of the chain. So the fucking rivers that come through, all the states have already contaminated all the way down to the bottom, to the ocean, from the start to the finish. They don't care about life at all, people.